Good day everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is a fantastic day. Go out there today, add value to someone's life, and definitely your own life will never remain the same. Wow, it is December. Could you believe that? How time flies. We all think that we have enough time in our hands to achieve or do anything that we really need to do. But before the count of 1 to 3, you will be surprised how fast the time has gone by. In today's topic, I was asked a question. Someone asked me that question in a place of celebration. And what came to my mind was, wow, I have waited very long time for this question to be asked, and I am here to answer it to the best of my knowledge. I was also a single mother for a very long time. Yes, you heard me. A very, very long time. I am a mother of 4, 1 boy and 3 girls. My boy is 21. My senior daughter is 16 years. The other one is 11 and the youngest is 6 years. I was a single mother alone taking care of these kids. And when it was done on me, sometimes I cry. Sometimes I ask questions. What have I done to deserve this? Am I a bad person? I am not a smoker. I don't club. I don't do a lot of things that have warranted me to be left behind by the men I came across in my relationship. I shot a video recently on my own personal story and how my failures have become my success. When I was pregnant with the first son, I was humiliated. I was kicked out of my comfort zone. I was being called all kinds of names. There was like nothing that I will do at that particular time that will be good. The second one came. I was also pushed out. The third one, the fourth one, I was left alone with all this pregnancy. The first one, my first son, like I said in my previous video, the man wanted me to abort that child at the age of 9 months, but I refused. When I was pregnant with the second one, then I was pushed out of my comfort zone to this part of Europe where I live today, and thank God. You know what? Sometimes when we are being pushed out of our comfort zone, we might think that those people that pushed us out are doing us harm or just being wicked. But when God plans something, He can use anybody to achieve that goal. That was what happened in my case. About the third child, when I was pregnant also, it also happened that along the line, I was also asked to abort that child. It's a little bit of creepy. It's a little bit, I don't know how to explain it, but that is my real story. But in all this, I asked a question. Why is it that when I am pregnant, the pregnancy is requested of them, I am being humiliated and asked to abort or get rid of those babies? But one thing kept me going, like I said in my previous video. When you have your dignity, and when you have your confidence, and when you know what you are capable of doing, no matter what people will say, they can never break you down. It is a little bit sad. I cried. I was traumatized in all this process. But today, the funny story is, I am happily married. That brings me back to the question. I survived a single motherhood just because I was having the right frame of mind. Just because I believed in the word that is normally said, that when you fall down, try to fall with your face up, because you will definitely stand up again. And when you try to fall down with your face down to the ground, you might not be able to stand up. It's like a riddle. Let me use that language. Falling down with your face up means that there are still opportunities out there. Never let anything weigh you down because you have been abandoned in your relationship, in your marriage, or any other way, that you now think that you can never make it again. That is where most ladies miss it. And also, when you find yourself in such situation and you fall to the ground with your face down, meaning because of what happened, you become depressed, you become down, then you might not see the opportunity before you. It happens to me in both ways. In the beginning, I was really down. I was asking questions. I would call my mom, what have I done? Am I a bad child? My mom would tell me something. No, you are not. Maybe there is something God wants you to achieve. And maybe there is something you need to say to the world that can help others not to fall a victim when they are in the same situation. And that caught my mind. Listen, single mother is not a thing to be proud of, because maybe your children will be bullied at school. Maybe your children might have questions to ask you, Mama, why is this and why is that? Let me tell you, in my own case, I use myself as an example most of the time. A mother of 4. My first child and the second one is of the same father. The third one is of a different father entirely. And the fourth one is also of a different father entirely. But when the right time came, how does it happen? I spoke some words out of my own mouth, saying that I am not willing to settle down ever again. I am just going to take care of my children, be on my own. When they grow up, when they go out of the house, I will have the house all to myself. Then I will be finally free from the trauma and stress of men or being in a relationship. Sometimes words are very strong. We should be very careful what we wish ourselves. We should be very careful what we say with our mouths. You cannot say something and expect a different result. Or you cannot say with your mouth that you don't want to get married again, and deep down inside of you, you are yearning to have a relationship or to be loved by someone. That was my case. I said things out of my mouth, but at my closet, I went into crying, begging God to please, if at all I still have chance to be loved by someone, let that person receive me just the way I am. And one thing also happened. There was a situation that happened. I was with a friend and we were just walking to the shopping mall and just talking and gisting, and she said something to me. She said, come on, Jane, you are a nice person. Sometimes we need to hear such words from a trusted friend. And she was one. He said, come on, you are a very nice person. I know that God has something in stock for you. That was exactly her statement. And she went further to say, pray that God will give you a white man. Sorry to use that language. I was in the first place very like, what is she talking about? You know why? Because I used my own mouth also to block the way that I don't have anything to do with a white husband. And that God has recorded in my own register. And by so doing, maybe, let me use this word, the demons also have ears. They register it and keep on pushing wrong men into my life. And today, I will say I am happily married with a white man. And this man adopted my children, 4 of them, taking care of them as if they are his own children, as if he is the biological father of those kids. What have you said with your mouth? How far have you used your own mouth through your words to hold yourself in bondage? My advice to you today, if at all you are a single mother, you have already given up that there is no hope for you again to be loved by anyone, check your record. Check the things you have said with your own mouth. Check the kind of circle you are hanging out around with. Because sometimes we go out with the wrong group of friends. We tell them everything. When the good things are coming, we say it. When we are in pain, we say it. When we are trying to process or to start something new, we say it. It is not really that I am against it, but sometimes we need to be conservative. We need to have our own time. It's not everything that transpired between you and your husband that you have to say to other people. Like when God created man and woman, Adam said a word. He said, for this cause, a man shall leave his father's house and cleave to the wife. Why did I use this? It was also in my own case. I was having people that I tell things about my relationship. And most of the times, the feedback I will get are negative. You think that conversation will not work. Sometimes it is a seed that has been planted, and it only takes a matter of time, it will start germinating. Being a single mother is not a curse. Being a single mother can be a curse when you allow yourself to pronounce certain words that because of the situation you are passing through, you are not willing or you are not ever sure that someone can love you. I met my husband, and before I realized it, he asked me to marry him within a short period of time. And I forgot to say something. When I and a friend was going to the shopping mall, she told me one thing. And she said, Jane, ask God for a nice husband that will adopt your children and take good care of you for the rest of your life. And she said something. It might sound a little bit racist, but it's not that way. She said something. Pray that God give you a white man. I said, uh-oh, because I have closed the door never to be approached by white men, just from the words of my mouth. But what happened when I got home, after putting the kids to bed, I went down on my knees because it was a seed she planted in me. And when I got home, instantly the seed started germinating, meaning thoughts started coming to my mind. I was thinking, she might be right. Because I have been in other relationships looking for what I really desire, not seeking the face of God. So I went down on my knees and I prayed a simple prayer. I said, God, if I have ever done anything that warrants the situation I am in right now, please have mercy. Forgive me. Let there be light where there has been darkness in my life. I prayed another prayer. If it is your will for me to get married to a white man, let the doors be open. Let your will be done in my life. And it was like a prayer, simple prayer, you may call it, but it works like a miracle. Exactly 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, my husband walked into my apartment because he came to renovate our building. And he asked me a simple question. Are you single? I have been watching you all this while. And it was exactly the last day they were supposed to wrap up with their work. And I told him, you can see in my own house, there is no picture of any man in my house apart from that of myself and my kids and my senior brother, which is a reverend father. And he asked me out for a date, reluctantly. In the first place, I never wanted to give him my telephone number, but I did. And lo and behold, just in the space of 2 months, my bride price was paid back home. We conducted the church wedding and we conducted the marriage registry. I am married today. I am living with my husband and my kids. What do you think? Have you given up that you cannot be loved by someone in respect of what you are passing through as a single mother? No. There is still someone out there God has ordained for you especially. All you need to do is to go down, check your mind. Have you said something that has kept you in bondage? Or have you been ignoring the right person God is sending into your life? Check it out. I was able to survive the spirit of single mother. Let me use it. No, I was able to survive it when I was a single mother. But when I caught the revelation, I quickly turned it around and I started praying differently. I started listening to positive things. And when that woman spoke, it was like a prophecy, and it has come to pass in my life today. My advice to you watching this video right now, try as much as possible never to condemn yourself. Why? Because God has created you in His own image, after His likeness, and there is someone out there for you. It's just that you are not looking at the right direction. If you like what you are hearing, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the notification bell. And each time a video or a new video is being released, you will be the #1 to get that video. And also, your comments are mostly welcome because it will help me to also work better and in producing a good video. Do you really want to know what I do and what has inspired me to this very day to shoot this video or to come out of my shell, to be able to face camera, to share my own personal story? The link will be in the description box. All you need to do, put down your email, put down your name, and I will be honored to introduce you to my mentor. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Compliments of the season. Love you all. Bye.